Joining me on the Newsmaker Hotline, we're going to be talking about inflation of a different sort. We discuss financial inflation all the time. But what about what's going on in the battle for the public safety levy? Well, from Bad County, we have Dale Matthews and also Mike Jones, both with badcounty.com. How you doing, Dale? Hey, Mike.
Hi.
Good morning, Dale.
Well, we're actually here to talk about inflated footballs.
Oh, come on. You're killing me on something like that. I can't believe how much focus has been on that. I mean, the world going to hell in a handbasket, and we're wondering what to do with Tom Brady. All right.
Well, let's suppose that some local government officials, completely independent citizens, they're running a campaign that's losing. How can they make it look like it's winning? Well, they just take their promotional video with 50 views and suddenly add 15,000 views.
Really?
And then back to regular speed.
Wow.
Now, suppose they did that.
Okay, so, Mike, could you explain a little bit more thoroughly? So Dale is talking about which group again?
This is Community United for Safety, or CUFS.
CUF.
And this is happening on their Facebook page. Last Friday morning, I noticed as I was, going through some of the local Facebook pages that this one particular video with the Pastor Mark Goins from the River Valley Community Church, that video showed an astronomical 8,361 views, and I thought,
there's a possible good explanation for this because there has been attention, both good and for bad, against what was happening in the church. Because remember, the pastor was saying words to the effect of God would want you to vote for this public safety levy.
Right, Bill, that's right, and one would think so. However, it seems that after a closer examination of all of, or most of the videos that they have loaded onto their Facebook page, they're all experiencing this sort of mega viral situation. And, viral on a national level, 8,361 is a pretty good showing for a video of, semi-national interest. But this is a local campaign commercial video. And, we're fairly experienced with what is a good showing on a local video.
Sure.
However, I began to watch these videos, and this particular one is increasing at about a couple hundred an hour and has been since that time. And this morning I got up at early because I go to the gym early. And at 4:45, it had 13,731, and the last time I refreshed it a couple of minutes ago, it had 14,231. There's a 500 view increase between 4:45 and about 8 o'clock.
Okay, so let me say, for instance, Dale, could this not just be something in which it's getting shared? And as it gets shared on the Facebook platform, it will tend to be viewed much more greatly.
We're cautious about this kind of thing, especially making accusations. And so the first thing, as I thought, is, there might be somebody in New Jersey that's interested in the pastor that's doing this thing,
Sure,
which is kind of repugnant. But have you ever heard of Chief Dennis Hoke?
Yes, I've heard of him.
Okay. Very few people actually know who this guy is, and not that he's a bad guy, but he's the fire chief in the Illinois Valley. Now, you mean to tell me that somebody in New Jersey is interested in the fire chief of the Illinois Valley and what he has to say about a local ballot measure?
Oh, okay. All right. So this is not making sense.
Right.
My theory then would be that perhaps the group is paying to promote the page.
They are not only paying to promote these videos, they're paying for clicks and likes. And I can tell you that because posted just a couple of days before the 1st of May was one of their videos featuring the sheriff. Now, when I first noticed this on Friday, it had 18,410 views, okay? And that is from the period of just before the 1st up until last Friday. And I thought, okay, well, that's just a crazy high amount of views. Guess how many views it has now? 18,420. That's 10 more views. In other words, it's barely incremented at all since last Friday. Well, and all of a sudden, you got something that's getting 18,000 views in, a week, and then all of a sudden it's getting nothing after that. The same exact case is happening with the Chief Hoke video. It has 14,739, and it had about 14,730.
Okay, well, I'll give you an example of a video which I shared on Facebook with Joseph Rice. I did this a couple of weeks ago when he was giving his Oath Keepers speech in front of the BLM headquarters a few weeks ago. And that ended up getting shared, 8,700 people reached, 2,600 views. And that got shared a lot, though, because there was a lot of interest in that, federal. I think that was real. I never spent a dime with Facebook, though, so.
Oh, right.
So I guess the point, are you trying to make the case that they're trying to goose the numbers? Because there's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with them promoting the videos.
No, and we're not talking about promoting. We're talking about them buying support, acting as if people. Look, I was at an SOS meeting when one of our city councilors here now, and he also ran for county commissioner, Mark Gatlin, and he said, why don't we all write in anonymous letters to our website, and we'll all say how wonderful it is.
Oh,
and I'm sitting behind him, and I said, "What?"
So in other words, shilling for it, right?
Right, and I said, we would never do that. And he said, well, I never said that. Didn't say what? I just said we would never do that. What didn't you just say? So, they're oriented. They're buying the appearance of public support. And here's another proof of that.
But isn't that the political but isn't that, Dale and Mike, the political battle? That's the way you work political battles, is that you make it look as if you have more support, even if you don't, because some people will join in.
Absolutely, and here's what you do for that. You would promote the video. In other words, you put up an ad that comes through people's Facebook page that has them clicking on it. That's not what's happening here. These are click bots that are coming in here and ramping these things up all night long, every day.
Click robots.
And here's the contrast. If you go to Cuff's website, not their Facebook page, but their website, these exact same videos are up there. There's a video with Scott Draper that has on Facebook 11,274 views. Do you know how many views it has on their web page?
Via YouTube, I would imagine, right?
YouTube video. It has 63 views.
Wow.
So,
okay. And it's a bit of a difference, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And for the contrast, all you need to do is go to Cuff's website, follow that to where these are hosted on YouTube, and look at the views. They're almost nothing. The Chief Hoke one that has 14,739 has, maybe 70 or 80.
Okay, all right. So they're buying clicks or they're buying likes. At least that's the way it looks here. I guess the point would be, what is the harm? And so anybody can do this. Private businesses can do it. Politicians do it. Everybody does it. So it's a matter of just don't believe the numbers. That's all.
In our last election, about 25,000 of the registered voters actually voted. And so somebody means to tell me that 18,000 of those 25,000 have looked at one video. No. This is manipulative. It's trying to make it look like a dog campaign is really a champion campaign.
Well, I guess we'll find out a week from now, a little more than a week from now, if you're right or not.
Yes.
All right.
It's true.
So anyway, Dale Matthews, Mike Jones, Bad County. Dan, you got your ballot about this? Anyway, you're with the gang. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I took one look at that ballot. I tore it right in half and put it in the trash.
Really?
Only one candidate running for each office? What's the matter with those people? It sounds like Russia or Germany before World War II.
Yeah, with the other items that were on the ballot, the big thing that everybody's following is the levy, And many of these other positions, people were running unopposed. That's unfortunate.
That's not unusual, though. That's nothing unusual. You'll see a lot of that in some of the races here in Southern Oregon, too.
But don't tear up your ballot. Please don't do that. Everybody needs to vote.
All right.
One way or the other.
Okay, well, I appreciate you bringing it up here. I don't think what they've been doing is indicative of a future success for the levy, though. So I don't see the harm in it, guys. I really don't. Okay. I don't see it. Why do you?
Well,
because it's dishonest.
It's creating a false impression that and
only someone who pays attention to their Facebook clicks.
Yes, but then okay, if no one pays attention to them, then why are you ramping these up?
Why spend the money?
Yes.
Well,
they're obviously for the purpose of influencing people.
If they want to waste their money with Facebook, that's their business. Mm-hmm. And frankly, I think it is.
I agree. I don't think they're going to get much out of this.
No.
I just think the point is that I just want to point out to people it's a complete mirage.
All right. We appreciate your take, your analysis on it, Mike and Dale. And you two will be back 7 o'clock tonight on Bad County talking about the news of the day there. Okay?
We will be. Thank you, sir.
All right. Be well.